Good morning, guys, or afternoon, wherever you may be. I just wanted to make this video to talk a little bit about the channel and what I want to do with it and myself. I've made some videos so far. It's all been about the builds and what I've currently been working on, and you haven't seen my face. Now that you have seen my face, you may prefer that I stayed behind the camera. I understand, and that's okay. We can still be friends. But anyway, as far as the channel, my reasoning for being on YouTube and making a channel is, well, I mean, I'm a returnee. I modeled when I was young, and from real young, 7, 8 years old, I started scale modeling. It was a popular hobby, in the 70s. And I did it up through high school until the point where, like everyone else's story, I got in high school and there was just a lot of other distractions. Music. I was very into music, and sports. I played football, played basketball, I wrestled, I played baseball, but especially football. And that became the passion, and academics, moving on to college, and so the hobby just kind of went away, and man, for a lot of years I looked at it as just one of child's hobbies that I had moved on past, and never really gave it a lot of thought. And then honestly, once you're out of college and you're working all the time, and then marriage, and then children, and then time becomes a factor. And honestly, the reason I'm doing a channel now that I've got to make the hobby is YouTube and this little community that exists here is why I came back to it, why I rediscovered something out of my youth that has now slowly started to become I don't want to say obsession, but a beloved hobby once more. A year ago this time, I didn't even think about scale modeling, and had no idea I would be doing what I am right now. But I did, in free time, I was a YouTube watcher, and I watched videos of other things I'm interested in, and I can't even remember what I was looking at, but probably something history related, as that's a passion of mine, a hobby of mine also, and which kind of goes hand in hand with my interest in modeling, and hand in hand in modeling. And over on the side of recommended videos was one of Hamilcar Barkis's. Everyone knows Michael, and it was one of his videos, and just on the the thumbnail, what it was looked fantastic. So I gave it a look, and I was amazed, and I started watching his videos just out of pure admiration for his talent, his artistic skill. And then looking at other guys who comment on his videos, I slowly started watching other people. Pete, Ion 157, Lon 157, something like that. Pete's dioramas are just breathtaking. I mean, out of the box, just amazing stuff. And then I started watching other guys' videos who are more of how-to guys. Like, look, this is it. Watch, build videos. Rob at Basic Modeling. I watched a lot of his videos. I watched a lot of Lenny's videos. And then I started watching Alex's videos, and then it just exploded, and I said, I've got to get in this. So that's what pulled me back into the hobby. And So my channel is just more, is not a, it definitely is not a tutorial or a how-to or a, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning this as I go and get back in it. I mean, I did it as I was young, but it is like most kids did it. I had my money. I had paints and glue and some crappy brushes, and that was it. There was no primer. There was no paint and glue, and you tried to make it look like the box. And if the closer it was to the box, the more of a success it was. And so and so that's where I've started back, and that's as far as the channel is. Just this channel is so I can, like I said, it's a community where I can communicate and be in touch with people who share my hobby, because where I am, there's very few modelers. I don't know anybody personally. I mean, I live in a decent sized city. We have one hobby store, and that's not talking about. I'm not talking about Hobby Lobby or Michaels. We have those, but we literally have one hobby store, and it's sky high expensive. And honestly, the guy who runs it's a little bit of a doucher, so I don't really do much with it. So yeah, it's to this is my modeling club, is YouTube, and it's just amazing what I've seen this past year. It started this little community that I was first watching it. More and more military guys started adding up, and then all of a sudden we all, everyone started linking up with the car guys too. And there was this other whole community, and boom, and the next thing you know, we just we came together, which is really cool. Because I'm not a car guy, but things that they do and things that, they've got some different methods that the military guys didn't know about. I mean, there's still a common link there, and we learn from each other, and we're still all modelers. It doesn't matter if you're building Corvettes or you're building Spitfires, or if you're building ships, or you're painting miniatures. It's all in the fraternity. I mean, we're like-minded people, and it's just a really cool thing. And so that's what it is going to be. I'm far way off from ever giving tutorials or anything. What I like is military. I like small scale. Aircraft, I build in 1/72nd. Armor, I like 1/48th and 1/72nd. I like miniature. I use enamels because I like enamels. And I don't airbrush, I paintbrush, and that's by choice. That's not by. I can go get an airbrush if I want one, and it's not oh, this way's better than that way. It's just the way I like to do it. I love to paintbrush. That's part of the painting, the intricacy, and the skill of using a paintbrush and making something that realistic as possible is part of the attraction for me. And it's not a this way's better, that way's better. No. There is no right way to achieve art. It just isn't. And as far as different methods and different ways, a great example that came up this weekend, that just happened this weekend, that I'm really pumped about, is I have a 14-year-old son. And several months ago, since I've started this thing, he's shown very little interest in the whole thing. I mean, he's watched me a few times, asked this, asked that, but never shown any great interest, or never asked it, can I do it with you? And that's fine. I support my kids with what they want to do. I don't push them in any direction. I let them, I'm trying to let them become their own person. But when we did walk into our local doucher hobby store this weekend, and my son was with me, and he walked in there, and my son's a very laid-back, quiet guy, and kid, and as I was standing there looking at the military stuff, I hear him say, well, I didn't know they had model cars. And, yeah, they've got model cars. I'd love to build a model car. And I was like, oh yeah, really? Great. Okay, well, we're going to get you a car. And so we did. And he's a little camera shy, so I'll be relating his projects as well as my projects. Like I said, he's kind of a quiet, laid-back guy, and he doesn't really want to be in front of the camera. Right now, he's in school anyway. And so Tommy Boy Jr. selected this as his first build, 2010 Camaro. We already primed everything this weekend. He learned how to do that. That was great. And he's already thinking like a modeler too, because one of his first questions was, do I have to put this stuff on there? No, not if you don't want to. Does it have to be white? What do you want it to be? I want it to be red with a black interior. Then just make it happen. So I'm really excited. Now I've got my kid, or one of them in the hobby now. But that's it, you know. That's who I am. I'm 45 years old. I live in the southeast United States, as you can very easily tell from my dialect and my accent. And but I'm a new guy. I'm less than a year, and I've started to really roll with some completed work. I've already got my first one done for this year. I've got 3 other builds going right now. I'll do some updates on those. One thing I will say is I have when I get to work, it's really hit and miss. I work a lot. I have 3 children between the ages of 10 and 14, and I have a wife that is gone back to school, and she's in nursing school, which is extremely stressful, full-time. So time-wise, it is hit and miss. This weekend was great. I got a lot of work done on it. Had a lot of free time. Had the weekend off, and it was just me and my son. Wife and the girls were out of town, and we got a lot done. But then there's times where it's a week or 2, literally, before I can touch the hobby. And sometimes even getting on YouTube. I love to see everyone's videos. I love to comment on videos. But if I don't, I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I'm not on YouTube. Or if I am, I've just got a few minutes here or there. So, I'll do another video later on to update what I'm working on. The P47. I'm working on a 172nd P47 Thunderbolt, and a 172nd. I just started the Supermarine Spitfire Mark 2A, and then I've got a 172nd, a Dragon 172nd Panther. And the Panther and the Thunderbolt are both, they were primed this weekend. So both of them would have a little more construction and then just painting and decaling. And the Spitfire, I'm still in the early stages. And then, of course, I'm doing the car with my son. So, guys, that's it. That's all. I want to just appreciate everyone that's helped me, everyone that's given my opinions. You know, some of you guys, when I put my Sherman up yesterday, some of the guys who are really experienced, I asked Alex Cohen, Chris from Chris and Alex Modeling, a few different one of you guys, you know, hey, can you give it a look, give me your opinion, and I appreciate you doing that. And, you know, some of you guys have commented and been there on every video, including the first person to ever comment on one of my videos. That's right, the Crazy Irishman, Waterloo. John, you're a sexy bastard. You are. You are. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So that's it, guys. You know, till the next video. Like I said, I appreciate every bit of support I've got. Until the next video, hang loose and keep building. Later. Bye-bye.